Okay, welcome to the final part of video game design, 10.2. In this part I'm going to be fixing my errors, and it does work. Maybe it doesn't function quite the best, but it works at least decently. So we're going to roll with that. Now if you've done 10.1, you're right at home. There are a few changes, I'll point them out. If you're skipping 10.1, then just follow along, and I think you should still be fine. Let's take a look over here first. For the initialization of the projectile that M. Night Shyamalan's shooting and of the health bars, you're going to need to have all this initialized. Oh, and if you don't know how to draw a health bar, please check 10.1. But my health bar looks like this. I colored it in paint. And then I imported as a graphics for BMP Health Bar 1 and Health Bar 2, even though they are both using the same image. And I set each of them equal to 150 health. So once this goes to 0, then your character's dead. So go ahead, record that, and I'm going to head down in a second. Okay. Let's see. Drawing our projectile. Okay. Drawing our health bars. So the first thing you're going to want to do is do the collision procedure. And then after that, you want to draw the health bar based on the current size of the health bar. So we start at 150, but if we get hit once, it's going to go to 135. And then if we get hit twice, it's 120. So, and so on and so forth. But we don't know that as of this moment, hence why we leave that as int health bar 1. We draw this one at 100 by 100 pixels, so it's located roughly over here, and the other one is 400 by 100, so it's 400 in the X direction, 100 in the Y direction, and that's M. Night Shyamalan's health bar. Okay, so go ahead, record this portion down, and we'll move on in a second. Okay. Now, this is the collisions procedure. We're initializing encounter as 1. And you'll notice right away that this code kind of looks weird. The conditions for this were rather long. Like, I'll show you what I mean by like rather long. Like pretty long. Like if I wanted to show you this whole thing, I'd have to like constantly move this while you're following along with it. So in order to overcome that, before each AND statement, just put down an underscore and then click enter. And then you can have many lines of code that should be on this line, but they're all on different lines. Okay. So pretty much what's happening with the 50 shots that my character shoots is it's checking, like, I draw like kind of like a box within my character, which is kind of like the heart of my character. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out what's a good heart for my character to be, but I determined that a small box that's like 5 by 5 in the X direction, so like -5 and +5, and then in the Y position like -5 and +5, the boss has to hit me, I believe, like near the center of my character within that zone in order for me to take a hit. And if he hits me, if he meets all these conditions, then I lose 15 points of health, and remember I start at 150. So that took me pretty much just a little bit of experimenting. In your character, if you're not getting like sufficient hits when the boss hits you, you can increase these numbers. You can make it like 10 or 20 and just see if it's like fair or if you lose health too much or whatnot. Because oftentimes what happened was this bullet, when it hit my character, it would like drain all my health immediately. Because my heart zone was like too large. So it would stay in the heart zone for too long and it would drain my health. And I'm sure there's ways to fix that, but as of right now I have yet to figure them out. Okay, so that's my character's heart, and now this is M. Night Shyamalan's like heart. So based on the way he was moving, I just set his X position by -3, +3, and his Y by -50 and +50. So for M. Night Shyamalan, that's pretty much, I can hit him anywhere from like top to bottom, but I have to hit relatively close to his center to actually deal damage to him. But when you fire, you'll notice that like he takes hits when it hits roughly the center of his character. And it's not like 100%. Sometimes it doesn't go through, but mostly it does. And it's also good because it prevents spamming. I can't just like auto attack him and kill him immediately. It takes a little bit of time for the program to register. These lines right here, you don't really need them. I was just using these to like experiment because I couldn't tell if I was hitting him or not. So I just had it draw on the side of the screen like hit me if I got hit or hit him if he got hit. Yeah. So go ahead and write that down if you want, or like I said, yeah. Okay, so that concludes part 10. Your assignment for part 10 is just to make your character and your boss's character like lose health when you're hit or when he's hit. So mess around with these numbers, try to get it work sufficiently for your character. And if you have any questions, let me know. But this is part 10, and that's the end of all the video game design tutorials. And I forgot one minor thing. Inside your start game loop procedure, I created like a small game over type screen. So this happens right after the frames per second. I just create an if statement that says if health bar 1 is equal to 0, then that means you died. So then I just have it print out on the screen like you lose in a message box. And then you can click any button and it will restart the game. So application.restart, it'll start the game over again. Else if the boss's health bar it gets equal to 0, then print out like you defeated the evil M. Night Shyamalan or whatever, and then restart the game again. So pretty much it's just like a makeshift game over screen. I'll just show you really quickly that it works. I'm just chipping away at his health. And then you see this pops up, you have defeated the evil Shyamalan, and you click OK, and it restarts the game. And then you can keep playing it if you want. So just be sure you have, if you wanted to like take a look at this code, feel free to if you want a game over type screen in your game. And of course there's many ways to make game over screens. So okay, that is definitely the end now.